Did somebody say just eat?
Me.
We're gonna keep climbing the $640 billion mountain that is the fast food industry and crown 10 more of the biggest fast food successes of all time.
And then I think I would like a large with cream.
Burger King French Toast Sticks.
Come on, let's get some breakfast.
If you like to start your mornings with something sweet, then Burger King French Toast Sticks are the perfect way for you to do just that. Sure, BK might not be the first place you think about visiting when you want a hearty breakfast, but as it turns out, they might just have their hands on something here. It's a simple joy, really. These little sticks of deep-fried bread are served with some sweet maple syrup on the side for dipping, which makes this an excellent way to enjoy French toast on the go. Not only are they heavenly, but they are also egg-free, dairy-free, and hold on to your hat, vegan.
I can end this little vegan charade.
Burger King has a relatively underwhelming selection of plant-based options in general, but at least they have something that no other fast food chain has: vegan French toast sticks. If you were hoping to cater to your sweet tooth all the while abiding by your vegan diet, you don't need to look any further. Burger King has got you covered.
Walk. Agree.
Shake Shack ShackBurger.
No, hey, just relax. All I want's a burger and a beer if you get one.
Ever since Shake Shack first opened up 2 decades ago, it has continued to skyrocket in popularity, and for good reason. With unique recipes and incredible international reach and an extensive secret menu, who wouldn't want to give Shake Shack a try? Considered an East Coast favorite, one of the best, if not the superior item to get, is the classic ShackBurger. Named affectionately after the chain, the ShackBurger is all about gourmet simplicity. It's simple yet very high quality in terms of ingredients and taste. From the soft bun to the special sauce, everything is done to make you feel satisfied.
Matter of fact, it's the best burger I've had in years.
Gracias, señor.
It's hard to believe that a fast food burger could be considered gourmet, but when you compare it to its less refined peers, the difference is blatant. With freshly ground, never-frozen beef patty, plum tomatoes, and crisp lettuce, it blows every other contestant out of the water. And if this is still not enough to convince you that this is one of the best burgers, just order it with a side of peanut butter, drizzle it on your burger, and be amazed. The added peanut butter really is a game changer.
You like it?
I love it!
Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Daddy, why did you eat my fries?
Chances are, when talking about the most successful fast foods, the likelihood of these waffle fries being brought up is more than high. They're like the stuff of legend. Chick-fil-A knows exactly how to deliver all kinds of delectable food, but it hasn't reached star status solely because of its chicken. It turns out that the waffle fries are like something else entirely, an entire category of goodness on their own. Made the same way since 1985, the waffle fries still reign supreme over any other menu offering. So much so, in fact, that they were placed first on the chicken chain's list of most ordered menu items. Cooked in canola oil until crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, the waffle-shaped potatoes can hold their own against any other item on the menu. And yes, that includes the famous chicken sandwich.
This is the best Kentucky Fried Chicken I ever had.
These fries owe all of their accomplishment thanks to their crisscross cut. It allows for an optimal amount of crispy exterior and surface area for salt and ketchup, all while the potato inside remains pillowy soft. If these were to become the new standard for fast food fries, we sure wouldn't complain about it. How long before we see McWaffle fries?
What are you doing with this?
I'm eating.
You cannot eat fast food.
Why not?
Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme.
Who wants a taco?
One of the most basic and popular items sold at Taco Bell is the classic crunchy taco, and it's also what led to the creation of the second most popular item, the Crunchwrap Supreme. In other words, Taco Bell's crunchy taco walked so the Crunchwrap Supreme could run and ultimately steal the show. Introduced in 2005 but made permanent in 2006 by very popular demand, the Crunchwrap Supreme joins together two epic Tex-Mex foods, the trusty crunchy taco and quesadillas. It features ground beef, nacho cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and smooth sour cream, all tucked inside a lightly grilled soft tortilla.
Hey, Yumi, where's Big Green?
Kitchen, I think.
But here's the best part, what makes it the best. There's a crispy, crunchy, hard tortilla between the meat/cheese mixture and the veggies to give it that extra pep. It's basically everything you could ever want from Taco Bell. Cheap, excessive, and amazingly wonderful. The Crunchwrap Supreme quickly became the most successful product introduction after its permanent introduction to the menu and is considered a marvelous feat of fast food engineering. Many recipes are available online to try and recreate this crunchy innovation, but the real deal is at Taco Bell and Taco Bell only.
I'm hungry. Let's get a taco.
McDonald's Quarter Pounder.
Here's my quarter pounder with lettuce, pickles, onions, ketchup, mustard, and bacon.
McDonald's has greatly evolved since its beginnings in the 1950s in terms of decor, novelty menu items, and even ingredients used in their burgers. But there's one thing that's undergone very minimal change and has stayed practically the same during its entire menu life: the Quarter Pounder. Ever since it entered the McD's scene in 1971, the Quarter Pounder has kept its recipe almost intact. The original 4-ounce all-beef patty was topped with ketchup, mustard, slivered onions, and 2 dill pickles on a sesame bun. It sold for a solid 60 cents. Today, it's a tad more expensive, but still almost identical to the Quarter Pounder of 50 years ago.
Can I get a quarter pounder with cheese? Make that too.
The only thing that might change is how McDonald's recently vowed to use higher quality beef to compete with fresher ingredients from other chains like Wendy's, Five Guys, and so on. All in all, the Quarter Pounder is kind of like a regular hamburger, it's just been upgraded with better ingredients. What makes this item so successful is its sheer simplicity. The Quarter Pounder doesn't need any special sauce or even its own jingle. The perfection lies in its humbleness, although every so often a little recognition is appreciated. So we salute you, McDonald's Quarter Pounder.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
McDonald's Crispy Chicken Sandwich.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
With the newfound frenzy surrounding fast food chicken sandwiches, it's hard to believe that McDonald's has been in the race for longer than you might have thought. With the first McChicken sold in the 1980s, it's been offering chicken options for what seems like ages. But the breaded chicken patty and shredded lettuce weren't enough to earn McDonald's the title of Best Chicken Sandwich. However, the chain has recently decided to get in the game for real and jump on the fried chicken bandwagon. Even before it was released, the crispy chicken sandwich was already a success. It was already on everybody's mind, the talk of the town before it even had the chance to make its appearance on the menu.
What's this? Your food. No. I just ordered.
This new line has 3 different variants: the crispy, spicy, and deluxe crispy chicken sandwiches. Each is topped with crinkle-cut pickles and new buttered toasted potato rolls. McDonald's took their sweet time developing every single aspect of these sandwiches, and in the end, it was all worth it. Rolled out nationwide on February 24th, the early critiques were all very positive. With fierce competition like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, McDonald's had no choice but to deliver something spectacular, and so they did. Ronald would be so proud. Nicely done, McD's, and nicely done.
Congratulations, Reg. It's a squid.
Sonic Cherry Limeade.
It tastes exactly like my birthday cake.
A lot of fast food places have their own signature drinks to go alongside their food. At Sonic, it's no exception. As a drive-in themed restaurant, Sonic offers a lot of unique and exclusive menu items that drive in a lot of customers. Stuff like cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, and potato tots are all very fine options, but it's the drinks that really seem to bring people back again and again. More particularly, the Cherry Limeade. Made with fresh squeezed lime juice and poured over pellet ice, Limeade might just be the greatest beverage achievement of any kind in fast food history.
Good summertime treat.
Okay, maybe that's a bit much, but it's really, really good. Sonic is known for their multitude of drink offerings, and this one is made by mixing 7-Up, cherries, lime, and maraschino syrup to create the cherry limeade we all know and love today. The flirtation of sweet and sour between cherry and lime juice and just a hint of carbonation makes it the go-to drink people choose during the daily happy hour that features half-priced drinks. Around since the 1970s, cherry limeade quickly became the chain's trademark beverage and has been growing in popularity ever since. Over the years, Sonic began periodically offering limited-time variations like the cherry limeade Red Bull slush, and there's even a permanent diet version.
A drink thief is at large after stealing several frozen cherry limeade.
Little Caesars Crazy Bread.
Cheesy stuffed crazy bread. I must be dreaming.
Little Caesars is well known for serving tasty pizzas at some of the most affordable prices. But pizza isn't the only thing Little Caesars can do right. Its very popular side, Crazy Bread, is all sorts of crazy as well, in terms of price and taste, that is. The much-loved Parmesan-encrusted garlic breadsticks are prepared using dough made from scratch in-store each day to create the perfect texture and flavor. The freshly baked bread is then topped with butter and garlic before being sprinkled with Parmesan cheese and cut into little breadsticks. Since its debut in 1982, Crazy Bread's popularity has grown to reach a nearly iconic status and has become one of Little Caesars' most popular menu items. Some even say that Crazy Bread might be better than the pizza itself, but that's a matter of opinion. And if that wasn't crazy enough, Little Caesars recently came up with a gooey, melty, cheesy spin-off, the Stuffed Crazy Bread.
I mean, who's gonna stop us?
Available for a limited time, the Stuffed Crazy Bread takes the legendary Crazy Bread to a whole new level. It uses the same fresh breadsticks, only this time they're stuffed with gooey cheese, and also topped with garlic and grated Parmesan cheese. It's also served with a side of crazy sauce, which is basically a regular marinara sauce.
How is that possible?
Oh, we can do that. If we want to fly commercial.
Wendy's baked potato.
Who's making a potato?
My bad, sir. I missed lunch.
One of the ways Wendy's differentiates themselves from the competition is the outside-of-the-box idea of selling baked potatoes. Isn't it surprising that no other joint had ever tried to do the same? America is traditionally a meat and potatoes kind of place, after all. But still, Wendy's had the guts to go there, and thank goodness it did. It likely owes part of its success to the baked potato novelty.
Potatoes?
Seen as a healthy alternative to fries, almost half of the calories, Wendy's baked potato is more than just a plain spud and can be turned into something just as salty and satisfying as fries. You can load them up with sour cream and chives, cheese, or even bacon. And if you want to get the full, intense Wendy's experience, you can get your baked potato topped with another of the chain's signature items, their chili. So if you ever feel like your regular French fries are beginning to look kind of dull, level up with a fully loaded baked potato from Wendy's. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, this is so fabulous. Ain't nothing like getting together with family and having a good meal.
Starbucks Frappuccino.
Hey, Diego. Can I get my usual?
Got it right here.
The ever-so-tasty Frappuccino is arguably one of the most popular summer drinks. It's pretty hard to imagine a hot summer day without thinking of a cold Starbucks Frappuccino with the green straw. For over 2 decades now, the Frappuccino has dominated the world of cold drinks, thanks to a very smart barista who got inspired by some ice, some coffee, and a blender. The first ever 2 flavors of Frappuccino available were coffee and mocha, but today, you can enjoy more than 36,000 different combinations. From menu staples to limited editions to secret menu items, the possibilities seem endless. And that's not even the best part. What do you think about coffee-free drinks? Well, turns out you can order the same delicious drink without the coffee. So if it's late at night or you've already had too much coffee that day, worry not. Just order a cream Frappuccino and you'll be good to go.
A large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti? Frappuccino changed the entire trajectory of the company by bringing in new customers who didn't normally drink coffee. The Frappuccino accounted for about 11% of its summer sales, which helped Starbucks push its profits to an all-time high.
Are you nuts? This is the best Starbucks in the city, right, everyone?
Was your favorite on the list this time? Let us know in the comments below. Tap or click for another great video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.